Welcome to the lecture on long-term evolution (LTE). Here I just cover some important points regarding LTE. Actually, LTE is a 3.9 generation technology, and it is used for fourth generation broadband technology, and it's a result of 3GPP, that is third generation project proposal. Now, LTE technology is used in almost in all our mobile phones. Actually, it is providing fourth generation speeds, and LTE is depending on internet protocol. And this internet protocol and LTE provides internet with IP address. It is a fully IP technology, internet protocol technology. And now the core technologies which are used in LTE are actually the TDMA will be changed to OFDMA, orthogonal frequency division multiple access technology. LTE will have the data rate capacity of 100 megabits per second in the downlink, and 50 megabits per second in the uplink with a 20 megahertz channel. And it is using multiple input, multiple output antenna arrays technology. LTE network divided into two subnetworks. One is EUTRAN, Evolved Universal Terrestrial Radio Access Network. Another one is EPC, Evolved Packet Core Network. So here you can clearly see these two important blocks, and they will be in touch with IP network. As I said, every subscriber has to produce its IP address. Some of the important parts of EUTRAN and EPC are shown here, and let us have a brief discussion about this EUTRAN, Evolved Universal Mobile Telecommunication System Terrestrial Radio Access Network. It is having LTE mobile terminals. LTE mobile terminals are just mobile phones, mobile stations. Then it is having a radio interface, which is a wireless connection between LTE mobile phones and eNode B. eNode B is nothing but it's a base station. It's a new term used in LTE. It's a base station or radio base station. It is known as eNode B or EUTRAN node B. It can connect LTE mobile terminals or LTE mobile stations via radio interface. As you all know, GSM is using radio interface, UM interface. The core network of LTE is the mobile switching system network. It's a core network, and it is used for switching and enabling different services in LTE. It connects the mobile devices, as well as it also connects the mobile network with the fixed telephony network, or you may call it as the PSTN network. The important network, as I said, is EPC, Evolved Packet Core System. It is having 5 nodes. Mobility Management Entity is a central node responsible for mobility management, security, signaling, tracking. Another one is SGW, Serving Gateway, which transports the user traffic between mobile terminals and external networks. Then PGW, Public Data Network Gateway. It connects EPC network to other external network. It routes the traffic to PDN networks. Home subscriber server. It is just like your HLR in GSM. It's having all databases of mobile users that includes subscriber data. Next is a PCRF, policy and charging rule function, responsible for real-time policy rules and the charging per call or the internet rates in the EPC network. So EPC network is a very important network in LTE. Then LTE is also flowing its information with respect to different rules. They are called as protocols, and it's also having some logical channels, as well as it is also sending the information with signals. There are logical channels. and there are transport channels, and there are physical channels. These are actually not in detail should be discussed here because of only the architecture and introduction to LTE is there in the syllabus. But please refer this slide for understanding more. Okay, these are some channels, and LTE is also, once again, it is also some kind of layers, and the MAC layer is there, RLC physical layer, application layer is there. So this is just a introduction to all the channels and layer networks. Next, we are going to glance at fourth generation. Fourth generation is just an attempt to integrate and amalgamate current second generation, third generation, as well as wireless LAN broadcast short range fixed system. It offers voice, data, multimedia. Fourth generation is aimed to have a data rate at 100 Mbps, megabits per second. Basically, fourth generation is an improvement of various technologies that we already studied: GSM, GPRS, CDMA, WCDMA, CDMA1, IMT2000, wireless LANs, Bluetooth, and etc. Fourth generation provides high quality audio video streaming over end-to-end internet protocol. Fourth generation system is developed by evolved high speed packet access. Direct packet access is used here, so it's using HSPA plus WiMAX technology and LTE technology. So it is a purely packet based network, and sometimes these networks are also called as VoIP, voice over internet protocol. Main features of fourth generation is application adaptability. It provides dynamic capability for user traffic in the radio environment, wireless environment, and the capabilities are defined by ITU and IMT. It's having potential applications include mobile web access, IP telephony, gaming, HD mobile TV, high definition mobile TV, video conferencing, 3D TV. So this is the network architecture. Here you can see all general blocks: internet world, telecommunication world, multimedia core network, and you will see IP based radio access network, SGSN, PDSN. It's almost in the right hand side. You can see it. It just integrates LAN, CDMA 2000, mobile ad hoc network, WCDM network, and all. It's an ad hoc network. What is an ad hoc network? That composed of individual devices. They are communicating with each other directly. So some of the abbreviations given, you just refer it. The slide: packet data serving node, serving GPRS support node, radio access network, radio network controller, CDMA, WCDMA, BSC. So they are all the main blocks of architecture of fourth generation. MSC is used just like 2G traffic, and VoIP, it's a VoIP network used to connect to PSTN or integrated service digital network. 4G makes integration of wireless LANs into total mobile network. It's having backward compatibility, and voice and data services are done by packets, directly routing them to VoIP, IP backbone network, that is voice over IP technology. Wired LAN, wired LAN is blurred with same technology, that is ATM, asynchronous transfer mode technology. New air interface standards are used here in fourth generation. It can be developed for high speed wireless LANs. 4G supports ad hoc networking. Requirement of 4G core network is ability to handle high level of multimedia traffic, advanced mobility management, diversified radio access support, as well as support for diverse range of applications, seamless services, support for diverse range of applications like ASPs, application service providers. 4G is aiming for more high internet data access, intensive and interactive user surfaces, multiple user video conferencing, location based services, telemedicine, and more efficient usage of frequency spectrum, short range ad hoc networking services, security and scalability services. Thank you.